Hello students, today we are going to start a chapter from your supplementary book, that is It So Happened. The name of the chapter, as you can see here, is Children at Work. This chapter is very important because this introduces us to a very important theme, that is of child labor. We know that in India and in different countries their children are compelled to work. They are devoid of going to schools. Now, those children who are orphan means who have lost their parents, those children whose fathers are they are not working, they are in bad habits, they cannot go to school because they are not financially sound. So these children they cannot go to school, they cannot have common, they cannot have the normal childhood as other children have, and they have to go to work. Okay, and the government also has said that up to 14 years the children should be sent to school anyhow, and child labor is banned, but still in some places we can see that the children they have to work. What are the situations that compel them to work? Okay, under what circumstances they decide to do work? So in this chapter we'll discuss about that. Children at work. The chapter itself says the children who are working, are devoid of common childhood, who are devoid of playing with other children, who are devoid to go to school, they have to work. There are many reasons why children have to work. Some help their family make a livelihood. Now, there are many reasons, there are possible reasons which make children to work. Okay, it not be that they are willing to work, but the circumstances are such that they have to work. Some children they might work in order to help their family to make a livelihood. To make a livelihood means to earn a living. Okay, in some families the fathers they don't have a source of income, they don't work, and so the children have to work. Others who run away from unhappy homes need to support themselves. Now, there are few children who run away from their houses, who run away from their homes because they are not happy in their homes, and they have to support themselves, they have to feed themselves, so they have to work in a new place, to the place in which they run. Nobody is going to help them without they doing something for them. Children who have to work can't go to school and play like other children of their age. Now, these children who have to work, who are working, they cannot go to school and they cannot have a proper, easygoing childhood. They cannot play like other children of their age they do. Velu, an 11-year-old boy, runs away from home. Now, this story is mainly about Velu. Velu is an 11-year-old boy and he has ran away from home. Why he has ran away from home? Possibly he is not in good terms with his father. He wanders around for hours before getting on a train to Chennai without a ticket. Now he wanders around station for hours before he gets a train to go to Chennai because he doesn't have money to buy a ticket. He doesn't have ticket. He doesn't have anything. He doesn't have any elder person to help him. Tired and hungry, he doesn't know where to go when a stranger at the station shouts a word of welcome. Now he is very tired. Since 2 days he has ran away from home. He has not eaten anything. He has just eaten peanuts and jaggery. So he is very hungry. He is tired. He doesn't have any more energy to do anything, and he doesn't know what to do. Suddenly a stranger calls him and see what happens. When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. Now, the train in which Velu got inside was Kanyakumari Express, and it was going to Chennai Central, that is Chennai station. And excuse me, when it stopped in at Chennai station, Velu took some time to get down from the train. When he finally stood on the platform, his legs felt wobbly, as if he was still on a moving train. Now, when he finally got up from the train, he was on the platform. His legs were shaking as if he was inside the train. When we travel for long hours in a train or a bus, we felt wobbly. Okay, we feel that as if you are in the train for long hours. Still, we are in the train. So this happens, and Velu was not used to travel in a train, so he was feeling uncomfortable. Oi, out of the way! A porter went by with a loaded trolley. Velu jumped aside. Now, what happened? We know, we can imagine a scenario, we can imagine a scene on a platform. It is full of people. People are running here and there. Few people are waiting there to catch new train. Others have moved out of train and they are going somewhere. There are porters who are carrying loaded trolleys. Porter here means a person who carries other people's luggage to earn money. and a porter comes and he has a loaded trolley and he pushes him aside and Velu is moved aside. He sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small bundle down. Now, not understanding what to do over there, he sits on a bench on the platform because he doesn't know anyone over there and the platform is full of people. What will he do? And he puts his small bundle down. In all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people except once a year at the fair in his village. Now, what happened? We all know that value has come from a village, and we know what happens in a village. A village has a smaller population, not that much huge population. So, he was not used to see this much of people at a go. Only at the fair, which used to be held once in a year, he used to see this much of people. People walked by, bumping into him with their suitcases. Now, people are walking, they are running to and fro, and they are hitting him with their suitcases as they are running. Though accidentally, a voice announced something on a loudspeaker. Now, at that time, a voice announced something on a loudspeaker as it happens. Near him, a group of people sat on their luggage, looking at a TV hanging from the roof. The noise was terrible. Near him, there was a group of people, possibly who were waiting for the train to arrive. They were sitting on their luggage and they were looking at a TV which was hanging from the roof. And the noise was terrible. Velu put his head down on his knees, feeling miserable and exhausted. Velu has put his head down on his knees, as we do when we rest, and he is feeling miserable. That means he is feeling sad and he is very exhausted, he is very tired. Because mentally and physically he has exhausted himself. He had run away from his village 2 days ago. Now 2 days have passed since he has run away from his village. For 2 days he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. Since 2 days he has eaten nothing. He had eaten handful of peanuts and a piece of jaggery. That is unrefined sugar. We all know what jaggery is. So in his bundle he carried a shirt, a towel and a comb. So he had a small bundle with him. In that bundle he had some items of necessity, that was a shirt, a towel and a comb. He had walked for most of the first day to Kannur and then got on the train to Chennai. Now from his village he has come to Kannur and he has moved to Kannur by foot. He has walked to Kannur. That's why he was very exhausted and hungry also. And then he got on the train to Chennai. However, he doesn't have any ticket. So, however, he managed to come to Chennai. Velu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved compartment. Now, driven out of hunger and angry with his family, he ran away and he was committed to do crime. Without it is not good to travel without a ticket, but Velu has done that. And Velu is in the train without a ticket, but luckily what happened, the TT, that is the ticket collector, didn't come to his compartment. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. A group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night. Now there's a group of men who were sitting next to him. They played cards and shouted all night. He slept on the floor near the whole night. Hey, what? New to town, eh? Called out a rough voice. Now he was sitting on the bench over there and suddenly a voice called out to him, are you new to the town? Velu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him. Velu opened his eyes because till now he was resting with his head down on his knees. Now he looked around and he saw there is a lot of people and nobody was looking at him. Then he thought, who is that who is talking to him? Here, he turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age. He turned around and he saw that there was a girl who was around his own age, that is 11 years old. Now, who is this girl? Possibly she might be the one who has also left her home and she is walking on her own. And let's see what happens. Wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. She is wearing a long banyan. Usually, girls they don't wear banyan, but this girl is wearing oversized banyan type of costume and that came down to her knees. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. Her hair was stiff, that means rigid, that means she has not washed it for long, and the hair was brown because it was not properly oiled and not got proper care, and she had a used sack on her one shoulder. She had a used bag, maybe of jute. A jute bag was on the shoulder. Possibly she is picking something. Her appearance was such as if she is poverty stricken. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. Now, what is she doing? She was picking all the dirty plastic cups. Those who have coffee or tea or something on the cup and they threw the cup on the way, that cup was picked by whom? This girl. And she was stuffing those cups into her sack. Why is he calling me? Thought Value. And why is a girl wearing a banyan? Now Value is not used to this kind of behavior, this kind of appearance, and he is amazed seeing that she is wearing a banyan. She is a girl, and how come she is wearing a banyan? And why is he calling me? She doesn't know me. I'm new to this place. No need to stare stupidly. What's your name? But this girl, possibly she is street smart. She is used to all these kind of things, and seeing Value, she understood what has happened to Value, and that he is a newcomer. Value muttered, Value looking away. Now she asked him, saying, "You don't need to stare at me like this. You tell me what's your name." And Value muttered, that means he answered without opening his mouth. He said, "My name is Value, Value." "So, Mr. Value," said the girl, looking at his bundle, "run away from home." Seeing at the bundle, looking at the bundle, she understood that possibly this guy has ran away from his home, and she asked, "Have you run away from home?" Value did not answer. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. Value did not answer because he cannot trust anyone in that new place. So he didn't want to tell a strange girl, a strange looking girl, a strange appearance girl what he had done. He had run away because he could not stand his father beating him for one more day. Now, here we come to know the reason behind his leaving home. His father used to beat him every day. His father was not a good father, and he cannot tolerate that. So he, in order to escape his father's beating, he has ran away from his home. His father would snatch away all the money Value and his sisters earned and spent it on drink. Possibly Value doesn't have his mother and he has sisters, and both Value and sisters used to earn, but their money are snatched by their father and he used to spend it on drink. So what is the use of working if the money is not used productively? So he has ran away from his home. Don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So, what are you going to do here? Become rich. So she says that you don't think that I don't know about you. I can imagine, I can know that where are you from or what are you? Why have you come here? Seeing a bundle. This place is full of people like you. That means most of the children they run away from their homes and they go to big cities so that they can work over there. And she says, what are you trying to do over here? What are you going to do? You will become rich. What are you thinking? You have to plan something. If you have run away from home, you have to do something, otherwise you will die of hunger. She sat down next to him. Value shifted away slightly. Now, in order to make him feel more comfortable, possibly she wanted to befriend him, so she sat near him and Value shifted away. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace. Now he was pinching his stomach was very hungry. He was very hungry and it was pinching, it was paining, and he had pressed his stomach. Hungry, asked the girl. You won't get food by sitting here, glumly, making faces. I can find some if you want. So she says that you cannot find food over here sitting like this here. Glumly here means sadly. You are making faces and you are sitting here sadly. If you have decided to leave your home, you have to take action and you have to work for your food. If you want, I can find some food for you. Excuse me. She picked up her sack and started to walk away. Now she picked her sack and she started to walk away from him. Value stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow the girl? Now he was still seated on the bench. He has not decided to move away with her. Now what will he do? Should he go or not? How can he trust a girl? Where was she going to take him? She was disappearing into the crowd. Now, if he decides to go with her, he doesn't know where is she going. Will she provide him food or not? Okay, she was disappearing. She was moving fast into the crowd. So he had to make up his mind quickly. As he was moving faster, he has to decide whether to go or not. All right, he decided. Anyway, I have no idea where to go. So he thought that I have left my home and I cannot go back to my home now. So I have to do something. I don't have anything to eat. I don't have anything to do. So I have no idea. I'm not understanding where to go and what to do. So I have to follow this girl for a temporary period. He jumped up and ran after her. Now he's jumped up. He stood from the bench and he ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was. She wasn't looking back because she knew that this boy is going to follow her, because he might be in the same situation few years ago and now she know how to make a living, and so she was confident that the boy is going to help her. If not, then that is the individual decision of the boy. So this is the first part.